How about them Cowboys? Tony Romo has a broken bone in his back. I love it. I mean, I mean, Maya Angelou says, when a person shows you who they are, you best believe them. Well, I added best. But Tony Romo, I'm uploading videos now because I got to go cover this fight, so don't mind the process of going. I apologize for that. But it's just amazing how Tony Romo always gets injured, and I love it because I am a diehard Giants fan, and I am born to hate the Red Sox and the Cowboys. You know what I mean? I am so happy that he's injured. As a man, I'm not happy, obviously, but you know what? For the next 17 weeks, it's about wins and losses. And Dak Prescott is a rookie quarterback drafted in the 4th round. I'm actually, you always want to root for the underdog, but I find it. Let me know if you guys get where I'm coming from. Like, I view the Dallas Cowboys as the white conglomerate. You know what I mean? Where they've always had white leadership. You know what I mean? My indoctrination with the Dallas Cowboys was Tom Landry and I believe Jerry Jones, right? And Danny White was the quarterback, if I'm not mistaken. Remember Tecmo Bowl days? I think Danny White was the quarterback. And obviously, the greatest Cowboy of all time, they say, is Roger Staubach. So I only know of white leadership in the Dallas Cowboys regime. They had a cup of tea with the black quarterback from Georgia, Quincy. I forget the kid's name, but he left Georgia early and became the quarterback. That's all I can remember, but it's just odd. They're gonna have a black starting quarterback, like, to open up their season. Like, that's. I'm not saying that's history, but in my eyes, this ain't a racial video, but this is just my perception of the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I mean? Their representation has always been white. Now, don't get me wrong. They've obviously had great black players. The first black great player I saw on the Cowboys that I can remember was Ed Too Tall Jones, Jim Jeffcoat. I'm bringing back some of you guys' memories. But that's when Joe Morris was running the ball for the Giants. You know what I mean? We had Phil Simms, LT. I remember them games as a kid, watching it on my floor model TV. Oh, man, the good old days. And then came the projector screen. And then came the, flat screen. And then come the really skinny flat screen. So, it's like when you look back, it's kind of like when you thought a girl was a lesbian for years and years and years. Apples and oranges, but I'm trying to find humor in this. And you see her 10 years later. This has happened to me so much because I live and died in the gym. You know what I mean? So every girl that I saw wore jeans, wore athletic attire, and you just assume they're lesbian. Even in college, you just assume it. Like, oh, they're lesbian. You don't even look at them. You don't give them the time of day. And then you see them 10 years at a reunion, and she's fully grown. Got D cups, full ass, beautiful hair, and you like, holy shit. You like men. It's kind of like that for me. Like, holy shit. Donald Trump hired a black vice president. That's what I see with Jerry Jones, and you know what I mean. It's just flabbergasted. I would never ever envision Dallas having a black coach. Like, I don't know if they have in my lifetime. I may be drawing a blank, but I think it went from Tom Landry to Jimmy Johnson to the Wilson, I forget the guy who never won a playoff game, to him, to Jason Garrett. I'm trying to think of the defensive coordinator's name. White hair, little 5'7" chubby guy. But I think that's been their coaches since I've been alive. I mean, not since I've been alive, but since I since I've been covering football. So, oh, Barry Switzer. Don't forget Barry Switzer. And I'm trying to think of the guy's name. He went over. I think he's a defensive coordinator now for the Denver Broncos, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, Tony Romo is out. And you know what? It's no reason to bring him back now. There's no reason, because if he's going to be out 4 to 5 weeks, Dak Prescott will be ready. And actually, he is outplaying Tony Romo in the preseason. You know what I mean? So Tony Romo will be. Remember, it happened to Tom Brady, Drew Bledsoe. You know, Tom Brady, Drew Bledsoe got injured and never got his job back. He had to go to the Jets, I believe, or somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. So anyways, good karma for me, bad karma for Cowboys fans. I was at the Cowboys game. It's going to be a long season. You know what I mean? They were up 24-7, ended up losing to the sorry Rams 28-24. I know it's preseason, and I know I'm exaggerating. So deal with me. I'm a diehard Giants fan. So we have an outside chance of winning the division. It's an ugly division this year. The Redskins are overhyped. There's 4 teams in the division. Philadelphia. Philadelphia Eagles will forever have problems because their management is piss poor, terrible. They don't treat people right over there. The Dallas Cowboys will always have great individual talent, but they haven't been a team in a long time. And then we have our New York Football Giants, who either is going to be really terrible or go 11-5 and win the Super Bowl. That's what we do, man. If we get to the playoffs, we are going to win the Super Bowl. That's Eli's Manning, that's what he does. You know what I mean? Every game he's played in the playoffs, he's been the underdog. Every game. And don't forget, his 2 Super Bowls, guess what he had to go through? The big bad wolves, the New England Patriots. I don't want to hear shit. Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer. I know he throws a lot of interceptions, but so did Brett Favre. And Eli Manning has the biggest balls ever because he's a silent hero in New York. You know what I mean? And that's what I appreciate about Eli Manning. I'm glad we have him instead of not Drew Brees, but Rivers. Remember they made that trade. Eli Manning wouldn't sign with San Diego, but Phillip Rivers. Let's go New York Football Giants. We got an early Christmas gift, or should I say, I got an early birthday present. But Dak Prescott is a dual threat quarterback, so it may come back to haunt us. But I love digging into Cowboys fans. And it's funny, you know how much I hate the Cowboys and you know how much I hate the Red Sox? I've traveled all over the world. I've probably been to 30, 35 states. I've been to every major city in America. I'm almost certain I've been to every major city. I'm talking about top 10 cities, except Boston and except Dallas. Those are the 2 cities that I hate and I probably will never ever visit. That's why I'm not going. Well, it was like a 10% chance I was going to cover the Canelo fight, but when I realized it was in Dallas, I'm like, I'm not going to that shit. So anyways, call me whatever you want to call me. I'm just having fun right now. This is part satire, part humor, part my soul is jumping up and down because I hate the Cowboys that much. So anyways, barbershop conversations. Football season's coming, and New York Football Giants. I know I'm going to get ragged this year, but anyways, it's all gravy. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.